But I love like home invasion horror.
Yeah, period. You love home invasions.
Yeah.
You love to.
No, I don't like home invasion. No.
I love
No.
home invasions.
No, I don't. Yeah, I like to break into a house.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Katie Afraidy on the Fangoria Network. I'm your host, Katie Hettenbach, and today we have an awesome human here today. He's hilarious. He's wonderful. He's a comedian, Malcolm Cills.
Yeah.
What's
Thanks
up?
for having me.
Thanks for being on. How's it going?
I'm going great.
You're going great.
Life's going.
It's going. Hell yeah. So I hear you're a horror fan.
I am. Massive.
What are some of your favorite horror movies?
I really like Funny Games, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, great. The first horror film I ever saw was Halloween.
Okay. It's a good one.
We were talking earlier, I really like the Goosebumps movies as a kid, or like the show.
Yeah.
Jaws.
Okay. Is that how you got into horror with the
Yeah, my grandma showed me Halloween when I was like 5.
Okay.
And my parents supported it. And I was
mean,
hooked.
it's a great child movie, yeah.
I just remember like watching Halloween with my grandma, and then growing up and realizing that other people hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, you haven't seen these movies? The only like classic horror film I feel like that I haven't seen all the way through is Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Because it's just so cheesy compared to like, they're all cheesy, but like compared to the other ones, by the time I saw it, I'm like, all right, like.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, but it's fun. I love a good camp slasher.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite genres of horror movies.
Okay.
So.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes, very good.
First movie that made me like cry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like 3rd grade and I saw The Hills Have Eyes, and that guy with the deformed face starts attacking a girl. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck? And I freaked out.
3rd grade. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty early.
Pretty early. What are some of your favorites?
I'm a big Scream. Scream is definitely number one. The Shining, classic. There's a bunch of foreign films I like. Killing Ground is really fun. There's this weird movie called Liver Leaf. That's really fun.
Really?
It's like Monty Python level revenge story with like, when I say Monty Python, I mean like the blood from Monty Python, where it's like comedic, how much it's happening. You're like, this is horrifying. This little girl's murdering everyone. And you're like, wait, this is hilarious. This is amazing.
Have you seen The Descent?
Yes.
Oh, I love The Descent.
Yeah.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah. As a person who loves to spelunk.
You like to do that?
I love to spelunk. It's
oh,
really
fuck
fun.
that. No. I see the TikToks and stuff of like people like, I'm currently like in a cave right now. There's spiders all over me. And they're like, do you ever have the
No, I don't do the spider thing. No.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
How long have you been doing splunking?
So my family used to own a cave, and I know that's a weird thing. It's not like recent, but like.
Why? How did they own it? Like they found it? Was it discovered by your family, or they like inherited it?
They inherited it from somebody. I don't know, but my aunt now lives on the cave road, and we just go up to the cave and we'll spelunk. And it's pretty commercialized, and it's pretty big tunnels.
Okay.
So it's not terrible, but I mean, you're still crawling on hands and knees, and you're getting it's you wear a helmet. Every time your head hits, you go, thank you.
Do you
helmet.
watch The Descent before you do it? Have you ever done that?
No, I don't think I've. It's been a minute since I've spelunked, but I have not. I think after I took a break after I watched the movie.
Have you seen The Audition?
Yes.
That one, okay. When I was a kid, my family would watch like Bravo, the channel, had like a best of horror films. They also had one that was like best commercials of all time, but they had best horror films of all time, and like The Audition was always on there. So then recently I watched that.
Terrifying.
That one really freaked me out.
Yeah. You will never look at a piano string.
I've also never seen Hostel.
I've not seen Hostel either. I'm not a big Eli Roth fan.
Okay.
So that's where that lies. But I will say I am a fan of this movie. I've never seen it before. I watched it today and I loved it. We watched The Strangers. Yep. 2008, which was a great year.
One of the best.
Great year. Terrifying, honestly. It's it's pretty, it starts off slow. It's just initial,
Yeah.
people are trying to get into your house.
Yeah.
But it also says based on a true story.
I know.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's
How
not.
much?
It's not. I looked into that like when I was watching it for this. I like rewatched it, and it said like there was multiple different things online. Like one said like the director based it on like a story of when he was a little boy and someone like knocked on the door and he was scared. And then another one said that it was based on like the Manson murders. I couldn't confirm really either of them, but I love like home invasion horror.
Yeah, period. You love home invasions.
Yeah.
You love to.
No, I don't like home invasion. No.
I love home invasions.
No, I don't. Yeah, I like to break into a house.
I like to break into a house. Yeah, that's I am always terrified of that.
Yeah.
Constantly, and I'm like, what, Liv Tyler instantly towards the middle of the movie, she starts to finally grab a knife and actually fight back.
Yeah.
But the majority of the movie, she's just running around.
Yeah, like, and she's whispering and everything.
I'm scared. Oh my God, husband. Or not husband, because he tried to propose. And
she was like, no.
She was like, no, but then she's like, wait, but this ring is like kind of good.
Nice.
I guess I'll put on my finger. Well, I can't get it off. I might as well keep it on. It's fine. We're going to die anyway.
Yeah. Dude, so like, I was watching it today. I'm like, she's just like the whole movie, like, soft crying. And it's like, and then also I forgot that I had no idea that Glenn, the guy from Always Sunny, Glenn Howerton, is like in it.
Yeah.
He plays the best friend. I always remembered the scene where he shoots the best friend.
Yeah.
But I forgot that it was played I had no idea it was played by that guy.
That's wild. I'm seeing all this for the first time. So when that happened, I was like, oh shit. Oh no.
Yeah. Someone
died. Oh no, not good. Truly, I think the scariest thing in horror is having I'll say the victim in the foreground, and then you see the killer in the background.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything. They just stand there and watch.
Yeah. Freaky.
And it's like the victim doesn't know that they're there. And I think that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And the strangers, they vanished constantly.
Yeah.
And I loved how even after they took off their weird masks.
Yeah.
You still didn't see you don't actually know what they look like. You see their hair, but you don't actually know what they look like.
Yeah.
And I think that's impressive.
It freaked me out because like growing up, my house was all like it had a lot of windows.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like there's a lot of trees and stuff, and it was really dark out. So when my parents would be out and I would be home left alone at night sometimes, that movie would like always freak me out or thinking about it because like it always felt like someone could be watching me
anytime,
anywhere in my house. And that's something that I really liked about this movie was that like the whole time they're being watched by someone like through the windows.
That's honestly my nightmare. Also my nightmare, answering the door.
Yeah, No, yeah.
Period. Just I don't care.
If someone knocked on our door, like me and my sister, like we just did not answer.
Yeah.
If we were home alone, we were like, nope, not answering. Sorry.
Yep. I would try to like peek and see if I could see, but I would like get quiet and turn everything down and be like, I don't care if it's the mailman. Someone's trying to break in.
That's why I hate in movies when like someone rings the doorbell and then like they just immediately open the door.
You're like you don't know. You don't have anxiety?
Yeah. You're in a cabin in the middle of the woods. It's dark outside and you get a knock on the door.
You're like, oh.
No, I'm not opening the door.
Also,
sorry, buddy.
The initial knock, it was like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Don't answer the door.
Like maybe I'm an asshole for this, but like there's been times where I've seen someone in the middle of the day and they're like, "Hey, sir, can you help me with my car?" And I'm like, "Nah, sorry, man. I keep driving because I'm just too scared that they're gonna like attack me."
That's
so you think I'm gonna open a door at a cabin in the middle of the night?
Yeah,
in the middle of nowhere.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
And then the girl they first open the door and the girl's like, "Is like Tamara home?" And they're like, "No, she's not. Wrong house."
Live here.
And she's like, "Okay," and then she leaves. The minute that happened, I would have been like, "Yo, let's fucking leave.
Let's go. Let's get out of
dip."
here." But immediately, nope. And of course, she comes back and. Liv Tyler's alone, and shit gets real. The first reveal of there's 3 strangers. There's the 2 girls wearing the like weird porcelain doll masks, and then the guy who's wearing a like burlap sack
Yeah,
which
sackhead guy.
That one freaked me
He's the freakiest
fuck
one.
out. Yeah.
I feel like also like because you had never seen it before.
Yeah.
So I feel like watching it now, I never really liked the Purge movies.
Yeah.
Right. I always thought it was like really corny, and I feel like if you had seen the Purge movies and you're just so jaded to them because they made like 100 of them, now watching The Strangers, it's not as freaky. But like that was the first movie where like someone had masks on and they were like either a cheap like deer mask, or like a sack on his head mask. You know, like that shit was fucking creepy. The guy with the mask, and he's wearing I think like a suit.
Yeah.
In the middle of the woods, a suit? Are you kidding me?
He's a classy guy. If he's gonna kill some people, you might as well look classy.
You might as well look nice.
Might as well look nice.
A nice gray suit with a skinny black tie.
Because why not? That's what you.
What if that's what he talks like?
Well, no, because he
All right,
does.
guys. All right, gals. Let's go out.
He does. He does kind of. They do say a few words, but they really don't talk.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the majority of the
I didn't
movie, which
catch
was
that.
interesting. But no, yeah, So if you were in the movie and you were gonna go invade someone's house, what mask would you pick?
Oh, fuck.
You know, you can do anything you want.
I might pick like, oh shit, like the Grinch.
Okay.
Like a really good Grinch.
Okay.
Or I would dress up like in full makeup with special effects, like people to make me look like Miss Doubtfire.
That'd be good. So you would murder people as
Miss Doubtfire.
Okay.
Because isn't in Scream like he wears that mask, or they wear that mask, but that mask is from like a horror film in that universe, right?
I think it's just like
maybe I'm wrong.
They have like generic masks. Like even if you go to Party City or Spirit, whatever, they have like generic Halloween masks. Okay. And that's what I think it's Father Death is what it's called. So it's like, Father Death.
What would be your mask?
Elf.
Elf?
Alf.
Oh, Alf?
The alien.
Really?
The 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. I think running around as but it's everything else is like I'm just wearing black, but I just have this like
crazy mascot.
He looks like a pig, but it's like more.
I know who you're talking about.
Hair.
Oh, you would dress up like that's freaky.
Yeah, I think that'd be terrifying to be stabbed by. I would be like, freaky. What are you fucking doing?
Yeah, that's freaky.
At least Mrs. Doubtfire, they'd be like, oh, she looks nice, and then you're just like, immediately. But like, if you see that weird little pig looking guy, he's coming at you.
Wait, dude, there was like so I watched Tales of the Crypt with my sister, but then there was another show, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was kind of like a horror film version of it, like scarier, and it was like definitely like R-rated.
Okay.
And there was this one episode where there was a Santa Claus who had escaped from like a mental hospital, who was like a sex offender, and he had a really scary face, and he like breaks into this family's house.
Jesus.
And that was the most terrifying thing to me. So like honestly, like Santa Clauses to me are like they're like scarier than clowns.
Yeah.
Like people are like freaked out by clowns. Like a Santa Claus, like a scummy dude that works at like a mall.
Yeah, they're creepy.
A Santa.
Yeah, that
freaks me out.
I had an improv teacher who was a mall Santa.
Oh, that's.
And I told all of the kids, or told all the kids, every single one, no, all of the families that I babysat for. I was like, do not take your kids here.
Did he always like relate being Santa to improv? Like, for instance, in this moment, like when I'm Santa Claus at the Burbank Mall, sometimes someone asks me what my favorite gift would be.
I was like,
I'm a yes and
we're not doing this, sir. We're not doing this. I'm done with this class. This is terrible.
They need to end like the Easter Bunny photos. I mean, I think I grew up Jewish, so I don't even give a fuck about Easter like that. Yeah. But every time I see someone's baby with the Easter Bunny at a mall, it's fucking terrifying.
It's terrifying. Yeah, it's terrifying. So to have one of the strangers be maybe Santa, the Easter Bunny, and Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah. Honestly, that would be terrifying. The trio that we didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Killing
Nightmare blunt rotation.
Literally. That. Yeah.
Fuck! Don't kill me and smoke a blunt with me before. Damn.
At least smoke me out first.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't want to smoke with you guys. You're my nightmare blunt rotation.
But
No.
also maybe my dream blunt rotation.
Yeah,
I don't
actually,
know.
maybe you guys do want to smoke. Like that would be chill as
Let's
fuck.
do it real quick. Let's go. Yeah, no, that's terrifying. It's such a this movie actually freaked me out.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I am now once again afraid to be alone.
Yeah.
In my apartment.
I like
in
home.
my
Have you
parents'
ever
house.
seen Vacancy?
No.
Okay, I haven't seen it in a while, but it kind of reminds me of like The Strangers, and it came out around the same time. It's with Luke Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure it's Luke Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
and they go to like a motel,
Okay.
and the guy who owns the motel, this can be spoilers, but
That's okay.
he like murders the people that stay in the motel, and he dug like underground tunnels
Ooh.
throughout all the rooms, and they find like under the bath mat there's like a door, and like it leads to all these tunnels, and like they crawl really fast under the motel and stuff, and that was just really scary.
Okay. That
So like
sounds spooky.
that, like anything that feels realistic, because I grew up on all the fucking like Exorcist movies.
Mm-hmm.
Love The Exorcist, but like it was just one haunted, like
Yeah.
family moves into a new house, kid gets sick, but it's actually a demon.
Yep.
Parents almost get a divorce.
Yep. And all of a sudden, there's or the house is a craftsman style house.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wood everywhere.
There's an old lady that walks in who's like, "This house is possessed," and like does like a
sure.
weird, "We have to go into the alternate universe of hell and get them out." You ever seen Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Oh, great movie.
I was like, are you literally describing Insidious?
Yeah.
Or pretty much?
So I also like movies that are horror films that had a lot of like. I don't like that there's deaths, but
Yeah. I
Rest
mean,
in peace. That are haunted, like the
Yeah.
making of them. So like Poltergeist, like the little girl died
yeah.
getting her appendix, and then the older sister was like murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky.
I believe the girl who died from Poltergeist, I believe we share a birthday.
Really? I'm talking into the TV.
She comes out. She's,
What does she say? Like that? She says something in that movie that's like a
"They're
famous
here."
line.
Is it like
Yeah, that is.
They're here.
Yeah.
They're here.
Wow. For voice acting, you could be a little girl.
Oh, yeah. Hire me. I have a whole reel of just voice.
Mom, Dad,
Oh my god.
I want Sims 4 on PlayStation 5.
I had Sims 4. I still have Sims 4. I still play Sims.
I mean, dude, my Sims families were a horror film within itself. Every family I had murdered them.
I would kill them off, dude. We had
Alien stuff.
They had a mod that I probably went full strangers on it and literally like invaded someone else's house and killed all of them
Killed them.
Because why not? Why not? Dragging them out into the woods and okay. Let's go back to that. Hold on. When Liv Tyler's like, "Oh, I see I can run outside into the woods," and then she trips over what? Over what?
Leaf?
Over what? And then down. And now she's like, "Well, now I can't walk. I have to crawl." And I'm like, "Why the fuck are you crawling?
Yeah.
I'm so weak.
Like, get up, like bitch. Get up. Get up. Go.
Oh,
I'm
run,
rooting for
run, run.
And then the girl's just like sitting there watching her. I'm like, this is.
I was one of those people that always be like, run, don't go into the basement, run, don't go upstairs, run. When me and my friends one time, we were like, before high school, we were all drinking in this park, and we saw this, me and my friends were like, oh, we're going to walk up to Main Street to get a slice of pizza. And we start walking on the street, the lights are really dim, there's a big guy walking towards us with his hood down, and all you can see is like the shell of this person, the shadow. And we're like, yo, what's up, man? Like small town, so like, kind of like taking off. We're like, yo, what's up, man? And he just keeps walking towards us, and we're like, yo, and then he starts charging at us, and we start sprinting, like running. It ended up being our friend.
Oh.
But I was like, ah! Like screaming. Everything that my mom taught me to do in a horror film, I did. I was like, ah, murder, he's gonna kill us.
Stranger, yeah.
And then when I was
stranger
hiding, I could have yelled for help. But I was like, no, because in horror films, I muted my phone. I made sure that if he was walking by, because in every horror film,
everyone's phone goes off.
and then the phone goes off.
Yeah, gotta make sure it's muted. Gotta make sure your sound's all the way down. Everything.
If you ever want to get away from a monster or a murderer, what you do is you don't punch them in the face. You punch them in the throat.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a guy wearing a mask. Okay, you punch him in the throat, right in the throat,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, oh, they can't breathe.
Yeah.
Mike Myers, dude, punch him in the throat. He's over.
I mean,
He's not just gonna stand there.
He fell out. I mean, he'll be like, but then he'll come back, and he's the power walking champion of the universe. So it's like hard, you know.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. No, that definitely would help. They really didn't fight back as much as they should have in this movie.
I know. You think, oh, they're gonna post up with a shotgun. Smart idea. Finally. And then that's why I like the movie, because it's kind of realistic at a lot of points.
Yeah.
And like that's what you think. I would just sit in the corner with a shotgun until someone eventually comes, and he kills his friend.
Yep. But
that was their moment.
They did the same fake out twice, where initially it was Liv alone, and she's like calling her boyfriend and is like, please come home, I'm scared. So she locks herself in a room, the door opens. How are these doors just opening by themselves? I don't know. But she hears someone coming, and she's like, has the knife ready to go, and then it ends up being the boyfriend. But you think that the killers are trying to break in.
Yeah.
And then same thing with that one, where you're like, oh, it's the killers, and then it ends up not being somebody, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And initially I thought the boyfriend was in on it, like that he paid them.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's what they wanted.
Yeah, they want you to kind of start second guessing.
Yeah.
The relationship.
It worked. I was like, uh-oh.
See, the only thing I wish that they put more in movies, like I wish that they had a dog with them, the murderers.
Oh.
How sick would it be if you got murdered by them, but then they had like a dog that also partook in the murders?
What kind of dog?
A pug.
Okay.
Or like a bulldog. And then he'd be like, go, get him.
Funny. A pug would be funny. I would like shove it. I'd be like, get away from me. You can't breathe. Run after me.
Yeah. Pugs can run.
I bet they.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they have like the clogged nose and stuff.
Yeah, they're a genetic mutation. Same with bulldogs. Well, bulldogs not as much, but like mostly like Frenchies and like all those dogs are.
I know.
They're fucked up.
That's
They're so cute.
So I really like also like horror films that have like monsters, animals. Like so I love Jaws. I love like Planet of the Apes. I love Cujo.
Cujo's good.
Like Stephen King stuff.
Yeah. She's good. So what was your biggest like what the fuck moment in this movie?
When they die at the end.
Yeah.
They kind of keep it open, like, oh, is she alive? Maybe, but they're dead. I think.
Yeah,
like,
they're dead.
When they like just full on like murder them. I like when horror films break rules. So that, and when he kills his best friend is a what the fuck moment for me.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate the music.
Yeah.
That music scarred me because I've heard it in other places, like that song, and I'm like, no, fuck this.
Yeah. It's that moment where they're, because they kind of set it up in the beginning of being like, 911, what's your emergency? Oh, there's 2 people and they're dead. Oh my God, there's so much blood. Get out here. Oh my God, there's bodies everywhere. And then you have that contrasting with, or not contrasting, like lining up with the ending of the movie where Liv and her boyfriend are like tied up together.
Yeah.
And he's being stabbed, and at one point she's like, we're both gonna die. She's like, just look at me, be here with me. And then she starts getting stabbed, but of course he's dead, she's alive. She finds a cell phone, tries to call 911.
Yeah.
The killer kicks it, takes it out of her hand, and then is like, I'm just gonna let you go.
Yeah. And
the scariest thing they say in this entire movie, Liv asks, why are you doing this? And what do they say?
They say, what is it? Because we were bored?
Because you were home.
Because you were home, yeah. Fuck.
So simple, so elegant. It's like, what is your motive? You were home. Which is kind of what...
Just kill people that are home.
That's home. And then it's hilarious how in the end, they're, the killers are driving away in the pickup truck that, the Liv and her boyfriend tried to... hotwire to get out, and they stumble upon these 2 kids who are some type of
Little Mormon,
evangelical, and they're like, "Can I have one of those pamphlets?" They're like, "Have you sinned?" And they're like, "Sometimes." And I'm like, I don't know about that. I actually saw Strangers Pray at Night before this movie.
Oh, really? I've never seen the sequel.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah. Usually sequels aren't that good.
Yeah, but this one was also like, I think it was like 2015.
Yeah.
It came out. So yeah, it was way later, and I was like, I think you needed to make it directly after, or honestly, I don't think you should have made anything after this.
Yeah, they should.
Just let it.
Yeah.
Just let it
I'm
be.
excited they're making like a sequel to 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
It was 20. They made one in like 28 months.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of sucked, but I'm excited for the new one that they're making.
That'll be good.
I like a sequel when it's like Mike Myers, Freddy Krueger type stuff.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street 5 versus Alien versus Predator type stuff is fun.
It's fun. It's fun. It's not good, but it's fun.
When they go to space.
Yeah.
Like, a horror film franchise is like fun bad when it's always like, and then now they're in space.
Mm-hmm. That's one of John's favorite episode or favorite
Things.
movies.
Yeah, like Leprechaun, space.
Why not? Why not? Strangers in Space.
Yeah.
Throw them up there. Throw them up in space.
Would you consider Gremlins a horror film?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little. Yeah. It's creepy. It's
what about like The Host?
The Host is the Host.
Have you ever seen that? It's like that Korean film where like there's like a sea monster.
I actually have
river.
not seen that. No, but I thought I did, but I've not seen that. No.
Yeah, it's this movie where there's like a thing,
Mm-hmm.
a toxic thing,
Spooky.
that grows into a big beast.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. We'll have to watch that one. Sounds spooky.
Gotta watch it.
Spooky AF. So out of 10, what do you think?
Strangers, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Why?
9 out of 10. I think it's really good. It really freaked me out as a kid, and when I watched it recently, the music still freaks me out.
Yeah.
The feeling of being watched freaks me out. The only reason why I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 is there were moments where it's like, okay, that was stupid.
Yeah.
When a lead role does something stupid, deduct a point.
Immediately. Yeah, I agree. There a lot of the stuff I gave it an 8 out of 10, which is pretty high for me. But I really enjoyed it. The acting was pretty good. It was pretty solid. I was freaked out for the majority of the movie, which is exactly what they wanted. I wasn't a fan of, how Liv Tyler's character. I know that they wrote it like this. It's not her fault. But
That's what I noticed watching it today.
Yeah.
Versus when I was a kid. Was today I'm like, oh my God, like they made this woman like so like weak and like
they're like, this man will save you. I'm like, girl, just get a bigger knife.
Yeah.
Get something like you grabbed literally the smallest fucking knife in the house. And you're like, this is enough. I'm like, it's not. Break something off. You do something. God, this is not. You know what? I don't feel bad for you.
I don't. Yeah.
I should have died. You should have died. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you grabbed the smallest knife.
Like, what are you doing? Are you stupid?
It's funny.
Freaking idiot. Where can the people find you?
They can find me on TikTok at Little Fat Pug, or on or on Instagram at Malcolm Cills, MalcolmCills.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
This was a blast.
Thank you.
Yay. And thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow us on all the socials at Katie.Afraidy. And if you are, home alone and you open your curtains and you see a mask, maybe close them. Close the curtains and just go to bed. Just go to bed. Don't acknowledge it. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Sweet. Guys, we will see you next time. Stay spooky.
Why are you doing this to us?
Because you were home.